Yeah. Yeah. Man's back in the building. Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, let me start by saying the magical words which I have not said for a few, coming like 2 months now, Spence.
I'm
But
glad.
to say, dream it, believe it, become it.
Come on up now, because we're coming on up. We're not coming on down no more. After Yard's performance last week, we're coming on up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well,
You know what I mean?
it, it,
I have to just say, a magnificent performance, not only by Anthony Yard, but by all involved in Team Yard's corner, in his preparation, uh, you know, and the energy that was produced by all of you guys. A massive salute and congratulations. I was so proud. I'm still Tunde, I'm still tired from that fight.
wow. I literally can't sleep.
No,
I'll be
I'm
honest.
still tired. I'm still tired. I'm still tired, but I'm just very very proud because you shut the naysayers up, and within just doing that, there was a victory that spoke volumes. Especially like we was getting this new and improved aerial automatic Tunde Ajayi, who was being quiet, who was being reserved, who wasn't, you know what I mean? Who wasn't, because one thing people have to realize about Tunde Ajayi is you're a person who you don't hide your emotion. If you think something, no matter how far fetched it may be, but if you think something or you feel something, you'll say it, right? And not everyone can take that, but I can take it simply because I'd rather someone tell me what they're thinking than have it fester in their heart,
Mm.
right? Because I'm going to be real. When you fester something in your heart, that's how you're dead. That's how you get ill, right? So I'm very proud, man. I'm just going to be real because how how just the whole team, how Yard performed, right? And people saying, "Oh well, we lost. We lost." Yeah, okay. You come second best. You didn't lose. You come second best. There's a difference, right? Because I know what it's like to be involved in a historical great fight. Yeah?
Mm.
And when you're involved in it, similar to uh, Castillo Corrales, similar to Gatti Ward, similar to Hagler Hearns, when you're in a great fight, a fight that is going to be fight of the year, I don't think we're going to see something that's going to top that already, right? When you're in the fight like that, they become like a Hagler Hearns. They don't become, people don't care that, oh, well, Tommy Hearns lost that fight. I'm just going to be real with you. I'm telling you, this is also maturity on everybody involved. That when you're involved in a great fight, you're involved in history. You can't take that away. Reason why? Because I'm a historian. Reason why? Because I just studied all of the great fights. So you
Thank you,
can't
Looney
take away from it.
Bin, for the contribution. Much love to you. Carry on, Spence.
Yeah.
Money is everything right now. So
Yeah. Come
thank
on,
you,
tell me about
thank
it.
you for the donation, brother.
Yeah. So when you're involved in those things, that's when you know, like, yeah. So I'm just so proud of you guys, man. You just put it on. You just put in something was fantastic.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know me, I never like really talking about myself and and Anthony on this particular show because I don't know why. I guess it's because we're so close and it's a family thing and but what I will say is I thank everybody for their support, of myself and Anthony and it was a great fight as you said. It was one of those fights where understandably, we want to win. We always want to win. But I must say, it doesn't feel like a victory, a loss to me. It feels in some respect a victory. And
And Sunday, and so it should be.
yes, yes. Not in the sense of you know, because I think that, you know, you got to be real. You know, nobody in our team, whether that be Anthony primarily, myself, Ade, James Cook, Joel Kadua, none of us, you know, are happy that we come up short. But I feel that when, you know, being in my position, I feel that when you look at it from a whole, it was a fantastic effort and shows how much we've grown together. And the only way is up. The only way is up. You know, I don't feel that our spirit has been broken in any way. It's actually been lifted, and I know we're all motivated to get back to our work. Me, definitely. I'm ready. You know, but we're just taking time to reflect on the magnificent night it was. It was such a historic night, as you said, the first time ever in the history of boxing in this country that a unified championships has taken place. So, you know, all these historic points are things where we got to look at as a team and say, bro, like, look at what we've done. Look at where we've come from. Look at what we've achieved thus far. And, you know, the journey's still continuing. And I'm like, I keep saying it to my guys that what we've done and are doing, it's godly. There's no other way to describe it. It's actually godly, because going back to the main man, which is Anthony Yarde, you're talking about a man who basically started boxing at the age of 19, and in under 40 fights, amateur and pro, has already fought for a world title twice against guys that are, you know, Bivol, 248, 15 losses. BETERBIEV, 295 amateur wins against 5 losses. Sergey Kovalev, 198 wins as an amateur, 15 losses. And you're talking about Anthony Yarde, who, well, you know, and this is why Anthony is always saying in interviews that any opportunity that comes along, it's a blessing, and we're always going to take it. And I feel that more than myself, I'm putting the shine, all the shine belongs to Anthony Yarde. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying all the shine belongs to that young man, because in a day and age where we ain't getting no real fights, let's just keep it real. We ain't getting no real fights. We're not seeing fighters fight each other. Hence why the YouTube boxing is so big, because people want to see that. If you wasn't a boxing fan prior to last week, after watching Anthony Yarde versus Arthur BETERBIEV, you become a boxing fan. No doubt about it.
100%.
No doubt about it. So, you know, without making this really, because I don't want, you know, I want to get back to talking about boxing and everything like that.
1 second. Thank you very much, Alexander Wilson, for your $5 contribution. Love to Tunde. Damien Charles, you should be proud and honored of what you have achieved. You know what I mean? Have we got any more? Let's come through here. Yeah, Bobby Wright, always on point. Oh, Tunde Ajayi. Oh, Anthony, you know what I mean? Listen, man, like I said, being there was a very, very surreal feeling, right? It was.
Yes.
And also, let me just big up Smithy. He comes down the gym, innit?
Yeah, of course.
Big up him, big up Kano as well. And Kane, listen, you see my little brother, Kano. I used to say my son, but I realized he's 37, so you can't be my son, right? But when I come in there, someone said, "Yo, Spencer, your son's over there." I said, really pointed to Kano. I went over and was like, "Nah, I got a lot of time. Humble you, because he had floor seats, but he had ringside seats, yeah."
Yeah.
And I said, "Nah, I'll go talk." I said, "I'll go talk to Francis or George, and I'll get you ring." And he was like, "It's cool." He said, "Nah, man, I'm blessed, man. I'm good. I've got a good view. I'm blessed." So I like that. I like the humility of you. Good you, man. Very, very good you.
Yeah. Sorry, the texts are coming through already, Spence. Certain people brushing you about the yellow hat.
I'm busy.
You know, we got to jazz up the show, because anyway, bro, you know me, I like to move on quickly, swiftly. I watched the show last week. You and James Cook. I thought I was watching an episode of Desmond's, bro. The old Desmond's, but it just I was sitting there thinking, you know what? It's a day after the fight, and I'm ready to break bread with my brothers already because I need to jazz up this thing. Because if I leave you and James Cook, the subscribers are gonna go down, bro. So I'm like, nah. Even my Marshall, you know what I'm saying? Everyone, all of the regulars, they all know. They thought they was watching a remake of Desmond's. Old James Cook there. All James Cook needed was the pencil in his ear and a Heineken. Bro, that's done. But anyway, we're back. And Spence, listen, man, let's keep this thing moving. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to say again, thank you, everyone, especially my brother Spencer, because he's been there for me just like I've been there for him. And that's what friends are for. But yeah, the show continues. You know, we're just motivated more than ever. And I feel that this ain't no put your head down and mope about it. As everyone has said, from what I can read so far, you know, everyone is proud of us and everything like that. And there's no need to belabor that. You know, one thing I do want to talk about, though, is that mental health issue side. And you know, going on to a bit serious, don't ever think that people in the spotlight don't feel pain and go through pain the same as everybody else. There's always, especially when you're riding high, there's always that pickup. But what I'm really here to say is that as long as you've got people around you that have genuine care about you, because a fight is a fight. This is a sport, it's boxing. It's what happens after, how people deal with the mental health side of the sport. We've all seen, well, I literally didn't know what was going on with the Kell Brook situation, which is something that we'll speak about. But, you know, these are men. These are men in here. And you know, men, like women, have emotions. And so it's the support of the people that are closest to you, the real ones, that are going to help you moving forward. And I just want to say thank you for everyone for their support, their words of encouragement. And yeah, man's back on it. we're not messing about. Man's back on it straight. So thank you. Anyway, Spence, let's keep this thing moving.
Yeah, we have to keep it moving. 1,000,000% have to keep it moving. It was like, Tun, do you see that Moses Atama boy? The heavyweight.
Moses, yes.
Tundi, where did they find his opponent from?
No. You see, this is what I'm trying to say. You're being too hard on these men.
No.
You're being too hard on these young men.
No, he's a fantastic talent. Don't get twisted. I've seen him in the amateurs. I want to know, where did they get that? I want to know who went to the cemetery and dig up that man. Which one?
No. I don't agree with that. I'm saying
that's the whole point. You're not meant to agree with it. I've come to an argument now with you with your little shiny white teeth. I told you I'm pushing it.
Man said Croatian chip shop. Fine, man. Nah, but let me just touch on that. Obviously, you know, I was focused on and the camp and our fight, but you know, I watched it after. I watched everyone who fought on the bill. But let's talk about that young man, Moses Itoma. He's a great prospect.
Wicked prospect.
And whether you feel that, you know, the opponent was this or that, he's 18, Spence. He's 18, bro. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're too hard on these brothers. He's 18.
That. It wasn't that, Tun. It was just the reaction of
man said they got him from the village in Nigeria. That's how you know. You see what I'm saying? I know the people were busting joke when I went away, but it's like I'm giving them energy to bust the jokes again. But yeah,
because the reason why they got it from the Nigerian village, Tun, because you sorted out his papers, right?
Oh, bro, that's not. Anyway, but yeah, go on. I'm listening.
Yeah. So no, I'm just saying. I think he's a phenomenal talent. Talent, Tun, right? I've heard about the sparring that he's done with certain people, right? Okay. He's a talent, Tun. I'm telling you. and he's all about business. But unfortunately, it wasn't. He could have gone out and just banged at that guy with a right hook or something. But whereas it looked very, very peculiar, the stoppage. Like the guy just had enough about he twists his foot or whatever not. So it's one of those kind of things. So I don't know.
No. I'm not annoyed at at the matchmaking for that fight. That's what you're supposed to do. And really, people don't, people look at boxing and boxers, and it's an art. There's an art to matchmaking. I read a brother's comment on here. He said even some of Tyson's early opponents looked like they were darts players. And that's facts. That was facts because, it looks easy on TV. That's why I keep telling people, when people are telling me or saying negative things about boxers, I'm like, bro, you don't know what it's like to be in that squared circle. It's all information and experience, and that's what goes into making a fighter go from one level to another level. It's being on those undercards of those big nights. And this young man starting his journey, and I wouldn't be upset as a trainer and a manager and someone who's had to match, and other fighters in the past. Let him have 5 more of them.
I know. What I am going to say is this, because his brother came in second best, yeah?
Yes.
Right. I don't think that was a good match for his brother, Son.
Again, I don't want to talk about.
I'm just telling my opinion. I don't think. I'll tell you what's so really about boxing and
Wait. Let me just pull you up on that. Listen to what you just said, Spence. You said you don't think that was a good match for the brother, yeah?
Yeah.
Carol. Yeah, you said that you didn't think that was, but yet you're criticizing the brother's opponent. So which shows me, which is another reason why when people are talking negatively, I just close my ears like that. Because
it's not negative though.
I'm telling no. It's maybe negative is a bit of too much of a strong word. But
way too much.
The point what I'm making is that you can't really win if you listen to the outside. Because you knock a man over early, he was rubbish.
No.
You're in a tough fight. Wait. You're in a tough fight. I don't think you should do that. So hold on. So that means I can't win. The onus is on the manager, the trainer, to pick the right opponents at the right time. But we know this is also a business. So there has to be that. You can't just keep on giving people free money. There has to be a point where they fight somebody. There has to be a point where they fight one. But in building a fighter, there has to be careful matchmaking. You know and I know that 99.9% of fighters never reach the level where Anthony Yarde was last Saturday. You know this.
100.
You know this. And not only that, they won't make the kind of money that was made along the way. Professional boxing is so hard. It's not, and again, I'm using the wrong word. Professional boxing is so challenging. And me, as an onlooker, I'm always thinking about that when I'm looking at these young kids coming up in the sport of boxing. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, very good thing here. What's that? Miyakuta says there's a difference between banging out a man with a shot to the face or not even landing and getting beaten by the better man. And that is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
It looked to me, this is what I'm trying to say to you. It looked to me like he never landed properly on you. That is a thing.
Sorry, you know me. You know when I come on, the comments give me joke. A man said they got him from the crowd. A man was making too much noise, so they threw him in.
Right.
Gary, you know what, bro? This is what I'm trying to say about the fight is right, you know. Brothers just coming there, and they just want to unleash what they're feeling.
So that is what I'm saying. I'm not saying that the youth is not good. I think the youth is very good, Ton.
Yeah, but
right.
That's what he's saying. So if he's good,
I didn't like. No, I'm just saying to you that Billy man, who they gave him, they should add words to him about how we faltered to defeat. That's all I'm saying, right? It'd have got broke up anyway, but I'm just saying I didn't like how that man just said, "Cha, to hell with this." That's what it seemed like to me. No matter how he must have thought the first shot, I thought, "Nah, sod this, bro." That's why I didn't like it. But that's that. Just tell you it is.
Nah. We got, bro. There's certain people in there who are not boxing fans. There's certain people in there who are boxing fans, and there's certain people that just tune in to listen to the banter between me and you. I don't want nobody under any false pretenses. Professional boxing, especially when you got a prospect, you have to not only match them, but you have to market them correctly. And you know how it is. When you go into the barber shop, you can't be telling man you won on points. man just want to hear about knockout. Yeah, you knock him out. You knock him out.
Which round you knock him out? Yeah, which you win? Yeah. Which round you knock him out?
You get what I'm saying? So it's like it's a business, bro. It's a business. And when you've got a young 18-year-old, you know, he's looks like to me, you know, Francis Warren is doing a fantastic job with him. It looks like to me he's gonna be able to articulate himself where he can get fans. He's a bit shy at the moment, from what I've seen and heard. He's a bit shy, but he will develop. He will develop. And I feel that you got to. I was told Francis, well, you got to market this youth proper. You understand? And build him up. There comes a point where he has to fight, and then that's when we will see. So yeah. It's just Craigie said it. It's just a typical 18-year-old shy kid. And this sport ain't no joke. As we've seen.
The youth, he's dangerous. From the fight I've seen of him in the amateurs, he's dangerous. But we'll see. Like I said, boxing is a very oh yes, G Chain, come up there. Thank you so much for the $44.99. Evening all. What a night. What a fight. Was amazing to be there ringside. So proud of AY and Tunde. Love heart emoji. Bless up. Thank you so much for the support. I come in there, I see Gary coming with his people. I was there. Bro, what? You see inside that venue, they sell some wicked chips, you know. I was there namming some chips. I see Gary come up. Bare people's come up to me when I was on the. You know what the nicest thing as well? I'm in there, and because you're affiliated to someone, you get reflected glory. So everyone's coming to me, yo, Spence, lines in the camp. And like some little drunk man come up to you trying to tell me some story. And like, I didn't want to be rude just to brush him off. But thank God that Gary come along. So when G come along, so me, he was just talking. And all the rest of the man just went back his business. But them chips was delicious. You know, when you come out your house, you don't eat properly. I was looking for something to eat. There's some, boy, like I said, last week at that venue, it was truly amazing. You know what I mean? And to see the turnout of celebrities, and I'm saying, right, they've come out to see my guy, you know. It was a very, very, you know what I mean? The mere fact, and we're going to touch on this as well, that Frankie Paul, RuPaul, and Tommy and Tommy Fist of Fury, like they add their thing. But I'm saying, right, you're doing that, but you're doing it on Anti-Yard and BETERBIEV show. You know what I mean? It's amazing, man. You know what I mean? Like all of this, this thing is truly amazing, and more so to that, yeah, but you're feeling it. You know what I mean? There's certain things that you got to feel. But going to this Tommy Fury, Jake Paul fight, Ton.
Yes.
My honest opinion, Ton. Tommy Fury, Jake Paul would have never taken this fight if he didn't think they could beat Tommy Fury. Never. He's a businessman. He would have never taken this fight if he didn't feel that he couldn't beat my guy.
I'm just reading these comments. Some people are joking. You know what? I don't mind asking. If anyone wants to come on the show and ask me a few questions, I don't mind. Gary, just send them the link. Just send them the link because, you know, I'm back now. I'm back on the show. So the interaction is what makes the Fight Is Right so great. So if anybody, Gary, maybe you can put the link up. I don't mind, speaking about certain things, because there's a lot of people, listen, we're in the spotlight, so it comes with the territory. But for now, Gary's there. Gary's doing his job. But for now, let's talk about the Tommy Fury and the Jake Paul fight. I want you to go back and run it back. Like, what's your thoughts on the initial contest? I know you just said you have just said this second that you don't feel that Tommy Fury, that Jake Paul would have taken this fight if he believes he can lose. I don't know if I'd necessarily agree with that.
Well, you don't have to. I'm telling you now, Tunde, that you would never have dreamed of taking a fight if he didn't believe. And it's a lot of pressure on Tommy Fury, because Tommy Fury is on the side of the authenticity of professional boxing. It's a lot of pressure on his shoulders, right? A lot of pressure on his shoulders. Now, how he comes out of that, you're Tyson Fury's brother, who is deemed as being the best heavyweight in the world today, right? And the best heavyweight of his generation, right? I'm not saying that Tommy Fury is useless. What I am saying is, like, Rahman Ali, Muhammad Ali's brother.
Yeah.
Because you're Muhammad Ali's brother, didn't mean nothing. You know what I mean? Roger Leonard, because you're Sugar Ray Leonard's brother, and he was a light heavyweight, that don't mean nothing. Even though he had a pretty decent record, I think it was something like 18-2. But that doesn't mean nothing, because the superstar was your little brother. So when you say, someone's a brother of, they're using that as the selling point as well. But I'm telling you now, that Jake Paul would not have taken this fight if he didn't solely believe 1,000,000% in his heart of hearts, Tunde, that he ain't gonna win this fight.
I don't understand what that's got to do with Tommy Fury's boxing skills. Are we saying that Tommy Fury?
I didn't say nothing about Tommy Fury's boxing skills. I'm saying that my man would not have taken the fight if he believed.
I don't know. There could be.
If he believed that Tommy Fury is a threat, he has had. Remember, it's not like you're making decisions. This is what I have to say. How fantastically wonderful you and Anthony Yarde have been in your team, right? Simply because you guys have done it by yourself. You ain't got no grand old wizard man behind you trying to tell you what marketing moves you're meant to do and all the rest of it. Everything is through your belief in the higher being and graft, right? But I'm saying to you, Tom, these man, Jake Paul, they have got some big marketing people behind them. They have got these big guys who are saying, like, well, there's risk and there's calculated risks. They're looking at this and they're saying to themselves, this is a fight that we can take because we can beat him.
Well, I personally think they've missed the mark here, because I think they've underestimated Tommy Fury's actual fighting spirit, for one, and his actual fighting skill. I've only ever seen Tommy box once, when myself and Anthony went to the Tyson Fury Dylan White fight. And as he was coming in, I saw him. And it wasn't the greatest performance, but let's put it into perspective. I think Tommy's had under 10 fights. He's had under 10 fights. And he's got speed, Spence. He's got speed, he's got power. He's going to develop. And I feel that if you can't beat a YouTuber that just come into boxing, then you ain't supposed to be boxing. And I feel like the whole family's looking at it like that.
They are. That's what Tyson Fury said.
If you can't beat this brother, don't come back. Don't come back to our thing, because you come from a fighting family. You come from a fighting family. Therefore, you have to uphold the name and just beat up this guy. I don't know. What are the promoters saying it? Because I swear I read something where Eddie Hearn said Jake Paul shouldn't take the fight.
No disrespect. Why should I listen to Eddie Hearn?
Why? Because he's a top promoter. You got brother. You see this, bro? You can't listen. See me, and I feel people should. When somebody's doing something, Spence, you just have to respect him. We're
Yeah,
gonna touch on the. But you should listen to him because the guy's been putting on events
yeah.
week after week after week all over the planet Earth. So, bro, I'm not gonna just say he don't know nothing. He obviously does. So a lot of what
Eddie Hearn is talking a lot of rubbish these days.
he said what? He said what? We're just talking a lot of rubbish these days. I don't know about that because you
Nah,
know what?
you know what?
Again, we're gonna touch on this. We're gonna touch on the bill last night, Madison Square Garden.
Bad boy, Bill.
A great women's card. Again, another fantastic advert for women's boxing. There was a lot of swingers in that show last night. Swingers. The Serrano fight, the Boom Gardner fight. Well, it was exciting. I'm not gonna lie. So again, Eddie promoted that, and we now move on to a fantastic rematch. And if anyone from Eddie's stable is listening, whether that be Frank Smith, my man, or Eddie, I told everyone in the last fight before Katie Taylor retires, I must be present at a Katie Taylor fight. So I don't know where the actual venue is because I understand you were telling me, Spencer.
No, it's actually going to be in Ireland now. They've announced it.
There you go.
Yeah.
So I'm booking my flight tomorrow, and if I don't get a seat, I'll take my own pennies and I'll pay. I don't care if I'm in the bleachers or ringside. I need to see Katie Taylor because I think she's been fantastic. And any Irish man or woman that know me, that know the show, if you got a room for me, I'm there. I'm there because I need to see her. But if Eddie or Frank, please, I need to be at that fight. I need to be ringside at that fight.
I'm going.
It's great. Even if we could get us doing a watch along at the show, I'm there. We're there, both of us. Me and Spence.
You know what? Yeah, 1,000,000%. Because you know what? I'm gonna holler Eddie and over that still because.
But you were discussing him though.
Listen to me. That's not me dissing him. I'm just saying, why should I listen to him? That's what I'm saying to you.
Wait there. Old tight Dotty Girl. Thank you for the £5. Nice to have you back. Nice to have me back, Dotty Girl. But it's nice to have you, seeing you on the show. And thank you for the £5. Very, very much.
Okay, our guest is here, you know, Tun.
Okay, she says, welcome back, Tunde. The dream is back to Wrigley Spearmint Gum. Come on, all day, every day. And yeah, man, just keep watching because it's exciting. Right? It's exciting to be back as well. You said our guest here. Who's the guest tonight? Because I've been leaving this thing to you for a little while.
Jahai Tucker. Here he is there.
This young man, how you doing, young man?
How you doing?
Look, man, you got to tell yourself. We can't see you, bro.
Can't see me?
No, you shut yourself. Yeah.
I didn't even know it was you. And the thing is, I'm a great recollector of faces. And did you or did you not box on the undercard of Joe Smith? And
Yep.
You see the memory, bro. You can fight. 100% you can fight. And you know what? We were sitting next to, I think it might have been your dad and your family. They're Jamaican, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, bro, my memory is too good. And they was making up pure noise. And they was like, yeah, you know, we've been watching you, you know, we like Anthony. But I remember you can fight. And I didn't even know it was you coming on, but welcome to the show. Good to have you.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, man. Let me just say before we even start, I mean, massive big up to the Pope of boxing because he hooked that up. He was saying, look, there's a young Tucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, send me his fights. He sent me a couple of your fights. I said, nah, this boy can box, you know.
Word.
And it's a crazy one because Tunde's been away because he's been in camp. He's been away for like over a month. So I've been doing it by myself. And he said to me like, we should get a guest on. I said, no, we don't need no guest this week because like you're coming back now. Loads of people want to ask questions about you and Anthony Yarde and everything else. And because it was a fantastic fight, right? But I said, Tun, I forgot, man. I spoke to Tucker in a week. He's a good dude. So Tun was like, ooh, he said, wait a minute. Yeah, I know the brother. He's a Yard dude. He said his family is some different energy. You said, "There's a good you get him on, get him on."
Love,
And
bro.
now you're here.
I
And
appreciate
anybody
it.
who comes on the Fight Is Right, Tundi can tell you they always blow up. I'm just telling you the truth.
Good looking, bro. I appreciate both of y'all, man. Word.
So tell us, man. Tell us, how's it going? What's your record right now?
Right
And,
now,
what's
I'm
your
9
record
and
right
0.
now? What's next for you?
Right now, I'm 9 and 0, 5 knockouts. My next fight, April 1st, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Hard Rock Stadium. No, it's a casino, I believe. I'm fighting this guy from out of Xander Zayas' camp, you know. He's an 8-1 prospect of his own, 6 knockouts, you know. I'm moving up in weight. I'm fighting now. I'm junior middleweight this time, you know. And you know, just y'all already know what to expect, man. Just dominance, man. You feel me? Every time we step out.
So tell us a little bit about, your amateur experience, what it's like, because I think that card you're talking about, that's Shakur's card, right?
No, my card is the Rob Z Ramirez card.
Okay. Yeah. That's a good card to be on. But tell us about yourself. Tell us where you come from, how you started. Tell us some of your heroes. I just want to, the Fight Is Right, want to know about you, because it's not every week we have US guests and young prospects like yourself. So go ahead, man.
I appreciate it. All right, so my name's Jahai Tucker, as y'all know. I'm 20 years old. I've been boxing since I was 7. You feel me? I'm from New York. I'm born in Queens. I was raised in Brooklyn, and now I'm on Long Island. You feel me? I'm from Jamaican descent. Y'all see the flag? You feel me? Yeah, man. As for heroes, I gotta go Michael Jordan, Floyd Mayweather, Usain Bolt. You feel me? And so many boxers, man. Most of my heroes come from boxing. I gotta put my dad in the conversation as well. You feel me? You know, and it's a lot of different aspects of my life that really built me to who I am and the fighter I am today as well. You know.
So who do you watch regularly? Which fighters do you watch regularly? Like sit down and watch tapes of?
Oh man, like it always just depends. My favorite fighters, I'm gonna tell you, I watch a lot of Mayweather, of course, a lot of Lomachenko, a lot of Shakur Stevenson. I love Lennox Lewis, you know, because of the jab. You feel me? I watch a lot of Pernell Whitaker, old Mike Tyson clips, Ali, Salvador Sanchez, Haglers, Leonards, Hopkins.
I like you.
You know, I just mix it up because there's so many great world champions that's graced the ring for many years. You dig? So I just go back and watch all of them.
By the end of the year, where do you want to be in your career?
End of the year, I want to be talking in contention for belt for next year. You know, I feel like this fight right here coming up is a nice step up fight for me, and as I feel like I show myself how serious I already am when I'm in the ring. Like I feel like I showed I could bang, I showed I could box. You know, I've gone in there with better level competition than a lot of dudes at the same part of our career. You know, and and this is just gonna be another step to move forward and just get me closer to the title contention.
You know, before you came in, we was talking about a lot of matches not getting made, but one of the main matches that everyone wants to see, you know already what it is. It's Crawford against Spence.
Yeah.
Need to see that fight. What's your take on that fight? Who do you think is coming up the number one in that fight there? Both of them are my guys.
Yeah.
Errol more so, I've been out with Errol, but what's your take?
Me, man, that's a 50 fight. That's a 50-50 right there, you know. Sometimes I think about it, I say Crawford. Other times I think about it, I say Spence. And it's hard because both of them is incredibly strong. If I put money down, I'm probably gonna have to side with Spence. You dig? On the strength of alone. You feel me? But Crawford is one of the most skilled fighters that we've seen. One of the most decorated fighters that we've seen. You feel me? You can't take that away from him neither. So that's a great fight.
Yes. I love it. Again, moving on, the YouTube boxing. What's your take on it? Because I know there's a lot of fighters today which they don't really like the YouTube. They feel like it's like a black eye on their sport. But me personally, I have my thoughts and opinion on it. I'd love to hear what you have to say about it and how you feel.
As for YouTube and boxing, I'm sorry guys, let me just As for YouTube and boxing, I feel as if it's a good thing for the sport because it's bringing a lot of different crowds to the sport. And boxing hasn't been this relevant in years, you know? When you look back at the last 10 years, like in the late 2000s, early 2010s, you know, it was kind of like a stagnant period for boxing. Only guys who were doing a lot of numbers was really just Pacquiao and Floyd. Everybody else was still doing their thing, was still great fighters, but the only ones doing numbers were just Pacquiao and Floyd, you know? And of course, Broner started doing numbers and Canelo started doing numbers. And then, but because of social media and humans, you know, of course, everybody loves boxing. Like, if you go up to a random person, you show them a video of somebody getting knocked out, you know, they're going to be like, wow, like they're going to be entertained. Yes. So YouTubers being smart enough to capitalize on that, understanding that they can bring a big crowd and make not just a ton of money, but flourish the entire sport. Look at what they're doing for the females. Like, look at I think Jake Paul is the one with who's actually boxing, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Look what he's doing with the females. He signed Serrano, right?
Serrano, that's correct.
And when they had that fight last year, right, that was one of the biggest fights in boxing history, not just women's boxing history, you know? So when I seen that, that's a big plus.
Definitely. How old are you, by the way, sir?
I'm 20.
Listen. And I love, listen, one of the things that when me and Spencer and Gary built this channel, it was to give young prospects the opportunity to speak and really have the platform, give them a platform. And I'm going to say it here, young man, I love the way you articulate yourself. It's part of the business.
Appreciate you.
Doing what you're doing, bro.
Thank you. You're taking the words right. I was just about to say that, you know.
It's brilliant.
I love,
Yo, Mr. Tucker, let me tell you this now. There's sometimes we get guests from out America, yeah?
Yeah.
And they're drier than Rich T's.
They're drier than the hat that you got on, bro.
No turn. You know what I mean? They're just dry. But yeah, you articulate yourself very well. But not only that, but I've seen like you trending last week. I saw your clip on Instagram. It had like 1 million views.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Listen, it's all about energy. You definitely got the energy. You're a young man. You can articulate yourself fantastic, which is all part of the business. You know, a lot of people don't realize that this is also a business. Yeah. You know, and you're moving in the right direction. In terms of who you're training, man, big them up, shout them out, because a lot of people, I'm always like, nobody can do it on their own.
Word, that's a fact.
There's a team. There's a team of people, and I'm giving you the opportunity to shout out your team. Listen, and again, the reason why I'm already feeling what you're saying is because you bigged up your father. You know,
wow, appreciate it.
A lot of people, they forget these. These are foundational pillars to your success. So shout out your team and and your trainers and your managers. Who you're promoted by Top Rank, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So
what by Top Rank, managed by J Prince Boxing, you feel me? Shout out J Prince.
Come on.
Hold up.
Jay's one of our guys as well.
I'm very close to J Prince.
He's our family.
Oh, word. That's a facts. Yeah, shout out J Prince, man. He helped me get signed. Speaking of J Prince, another part of my team, shout out Showtime Shot News and Mike Prince as well, That's how I got to J Prince. Showtime Shot, he promoted me a lot on Instagram and whatnot. Mike Prince, J Prince family got to see it, Next thing you know, we in Houston sparring and stuff, and J Prince is very interested, and that changed my life forever, So think right there to
big up J Prince.
That's a fact, man. Shout out my.
They don't mess about with no jokers.
Nah,
they don't.
Nah.
If you can't fight, he's not interested.
Yeah. Shout out. Of course, you mentioned my father earlier. Not just in boxing, but just boxing is an art form. You feel me? And life marks art. It helped me shape my whole life. You think I'm trying to say? And all that contributes into boxing. Shout out my little brother. He's number one in America and USA right now.
What weight's your brother?
114. He's 13 years old, but he's number one to 13.
Okay. 14. What's your brother's name?
Jamali Tucker. On Instagram, he's at No Limit Molly.
Okay.
Yeah, he's different. He's better than me by far.
Wow.
We gotta go. Shout out Coach Terry Simpson. He's a great veteran coach. You feel me? Him and Andre Rozier. Both of those guys. They
know Andre very well.
Yeah.
New York guy. I know Andre very, very well.
Yeah. Yeah, man. You know,
He's good. He got on with very good people, you know.
yeah. Oh yeah. You know,
Very
our
good
whole
people.
team, man. Shout out Coach Rob. You know, RP Coach Kenny Woods, man. Without him, there's none of this journey. And I could go on and on and on and on. You feel me? About the list. I gotta, of course, shout out my moms as well since I'm here. You feel me? Shout out mom. So yeah, it's just if I go on, I go on forever, man. You know, but
So wait, is your mom from Jamaica as well? Yeah.
yeah,
Nah.
I'm the first one born here out of my family. Like my mom's born Jamaica and my dad's born Jamaica. You know,
What part of Jamaica?
my mom from Tivoli, Gardens, and my apostle from Portmore.
Yeah, right. So
Yeah.
did your dad have a sound system?
Huh?
Did your dad have a sound system?
I don't know.
Yeah, I believe so. Because like mom was telling me that your dad was a sound man. He used to play bare music.
Music.
Yeah,
Yeah. He used to do the
yeah,
music and the
yeah, yeah.
production and stuff. Yeah.
I see. Mom was telling me, he's like, "Nah, please, man, you gotta get him on. We
In
got big up
fact,
with you."
in
And like,
fact,
yeah,
call him
and I said,
music
yeah, I
guy.
see you. I see you.
Ja, listen, man, it's been great listening to you, listening to your story. You know, we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And just keep grinding, bro. You know, like you reap what you sow.
Thank you, man.
Reap what you sow. And you just need to just stay focused. You know, the only distractions which will affect you are the ones that you pay attention to. So it's incumbent on you to just keep your head straight, keep looking forward. And I'm looking forward to monitoring your career and seeing you have them belts around your waist.
I appreciate
Ladies and gentlemen, the one
Jaheem,
and the only.
it. I got one more shout out to do, man. I got one more shout
Come
out.
on.
Feel me? I got a shout out to Jamaica ambassador to TUS. You feel me? Ambassador Audrey Marks, all right?
Yes.
Big shout out to Audrey Marks, you feel me? From Jamaica to US, no cap.
Come on.
Nah,
Come on.
All right.
listen,
Yo,
man.
all right. Tune in.
Thank you for joining us.
1,000,000%.
Love.
What a good guy, man. What a good you. Trust me. You see, his energy. We couldn't have big Baba Tunde Ajayi, shiny face, white teeth, bad man Dangagan, kill man for fun, come in the play. Hey, what Tun? The way you were screwing BETERBIEV's camp before the fight, you know.
I'm like, bro, I don't business you what you man are on. Like, you're coming to London. Like, where you coming from?
The way you was looking at his team, yeah, till like Uzi Mark Ramsey stand in front of BETERBIEV, and block you, right? I filmed it, you know. I got it on my camera. I filmed it. Yeah, I'm gonna say it.
They didn't actually show that on TV.
Cause the way you was looking at this brother, I said it was like, listen, man, like they should have put gloves on you. The way you just stood up in the ring, you know. I see took there. I said, what's the matter with this brother?
Bro, it was like, mind mastery was like even at the weigh-in. But I'm like, bro, it's a fight. You know, when you break down, you know, all the lights, the cameras, the everything. This is what I'm trying to say. This is why fighters historically come from working class areas.
They do.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's like, bro, like it's not no joke business. Like, we're in here to fight. And you know, when you come from certain environments and all of a sudden you've got the opportunity to change the reality of your whole family doing something that you ain't getting paid for on the road. Like, you got to take that chance. You understand what I'm saying? And this is why I keep saying I'm so, you know, Anthony Yard is a hero to me and to many and a role model as well. And I'm going to say this again. Any youngster from working class areas, because you don't really get upper class kids boxing, but any blue collar parent, working class parent, most of us don't want our children to box. But if your child wants to box, use Anthony Yard as a role model, as an apex, as somebody that your son can look up to, in the sense, I don't know if Ant really likes me saying this, but I'm older than Ant, and I know youths. I know how unruly they can are and how disrespectful some of these youths can be. But as I said in the press conference, in all the years I've been around Anthony, not once, Spencer, have I heard him disrespect anyone. Not even once. Not even have anything bad to say about another fighter. You see what I'm saying? And that goes a long way. That goes a long way. So parents, if you've got children that want to take up this most challenging sport, feed on Anthony Yarde, because he's a champion who isn't a world champion. He's already a world champion. He's a world champion in life and everything. And the belt is just a matter of time. That's coming. That's coming. And we ain't stopping. But Anthony Yarde, again, he's my hero.
Massive big up to Chris Andre Boxing. Chris, big up yourself, man. I watched your channel the other day. Thank you for the £10 at work, so I have to watch it later. But just wanted to say congratulations. You, Tunde, must have been hard dealing with the critics over the years. So with Yarde reaching the level he has, it vindicates you. God bless. And I'm going to touch on this one here. You don't need to say nothing. I don't hear nothing from you. Shut your mouth, Tunde. Right? I want to say something.
Cool. I
Because for years, when I've been telling man about Tunde Ajayi, and the hatred that man was saying, I'm telling you this now. You know what it was? It was always confused admiration. Because they really want to admire a man's work ethic and how he's been grafted and all the rest of it. But they don't know how to express it, so they'll pick on anything to say negative things about, to vindicate themselves, right? Because sometimes they just want certain brothers to come in this thing and just be quiet. Tunde, if you never spoke the way that you spoke, if you wasn't so bold in the way that you was, we wouldn't be talking about you right now. Right? You've reached that apex now. You don't need to talk no more. You just do your thing. Right? So whatever you've done, it's been genius. And not everybody's going to get it. But the ones you truly know, they know. You know what I mean? Because I know you're a clean-eyed brother. Otherwise, I couldn't be doing that with you. And the next thing is this. And this is what I realized. When people are talking about anyone, I'm the first one. Anyone talking about man who's affiliated to me, I'm the first one to defend it. I don't care. On social media or anything. I'm that guy. But I was that guy. Now I'm saying I can't be on you lot's frequency level to go back down to try and justify. People want to talk smack, you talk smack. As long as you're not mentioning no one's family members and being really disgusting and disdainfully nasty, you ain't gonna hear from me. People can say what they want to go and say, but what I am gonna say, it means so much when I'm seeing everyone turning around saying, because we never even touched on this, that Tunde done the right thing in stopping the fight when he did stop the fight. Right? He done the right thing. Because on many times when I was saying, when Tunde had that thing, right, on certain things, you cannot be selfish but selfless. And that was a selfless act, especially knowing how much it means to man. And you being an ex-fighter yourself, where you say, rah, don't stop no fight, I want to go. I remember when Danny Williams got stopped by Samuel San, yeah? In 2003 in Germany, and Jimmy McDonald threw the towel in, and Danny sacked Jimmy McDonald. He said, nah, you know what I mean? Because the fight is cold and I want to go out my shield and blah, 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 blah. Deontay Wilder got rid of Mark Breland, not only for him saying that he spiked the water. The real upset about Deontay Wilder was that Mark Breland threw in the towel. But as far as I'm concerned, he threw in the towel and potentially has enabled Deontay Wilder now to have a second career. Right? So when you see that and you being an ex-fighter yourself, you sometimes you say to yourself, boy, let's just see, because I know Ant can dig, you know, so maybe you could dig him or all the rest of it. No. And you know you're fire. But your words were, and I reiterate what James Cook said last week, that they're not going to hurt my son. Now that is serious. That is serious, and that is emotional.
It's mad. Like I said it in a split second. Like I had 1 second to turn to James Cook, run up them stairs, and tell the rest. I said to James, "You're not hurting my son." I said it quickly because I'm like, we done our best. And when you do your best, when you do your best, the validation of others doesn't really come into it, because you could. The one person you cannot lie to is yourself. You can't lie to yourself, because there's a little voice inside you that tells you when you're doing something wrong and tells you when you're doing something right. Inevitably, it's down to you to make the final choice. And so everything I said it in the interview prior, everything I've done has always been for the love of Anthony Yarde in terms of his own career, because he's such a wonderful human being and he is my son. I take him as though he's my son, even though, it's fighting. But everybody, I just feel, me personally, that every trainer, remember, they always said to me, you're too close to the fighters. Trainers don't get close to fighters. And I was always like, that just doesn't make sense. Is that me,
or has Tunde's mic gone funny?
Hello? Yeah. Might be you, Spence. I don't know. I'm not too sure.
It's gone back to normal now.
Yeah. I'm saying that never made sense to me. I'm like, why would you not care for your fighter? Like, maybe, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. But I'm like, why would you not care for your fighter? Why would you not want to know the person that you spend each and every day with? Like, how can you be disconnected to somebody like that? The only way you can know that person is to get close to them, which you do every day anyway. So that means you got to be some kind of individual to just lock off. That means you ain't got no heart, brother. You see what I'm saying? So I just done the right thing, in my opinion. And whether people feel that was right or wrong, I know that when these young men go to trainers, when a young boy says, I want that to be my trainer, make sure you know what you're doing. Because what you're doing is putting you up first, obviously it's you, but you have now said that trainer is the guy that I'm putting in charge of my life. Yeah, I'm giving him that responsibility, that when the fighter inside of me, when the ego inside of me, when the pride inside of me wants to carry on fighting, there should be someone on the outside that says, no, we're not going there. I know you would fight. I know you would give it your all, and I know, but it's just, bro, we'll come again. And that's it. That's all I will go on that. And again, big up AY. He's just a true champion. Okay. And it's just brilliant. We're fighters anyway, so we're gonna keep doing this thing here. And
big up Ikramind Zain. Thank you for the 70s.
Yes.
Well done to you and Anthony Tunde. I was so happy to see what you went through at the press conference and in the ring. You men made us all fans very proud, and thank you and Spencer for this channel. And listen, Zay, you throw some Zara in there before. Thank you for supporting the channel. I'm gonna be real. Thank you for supporting the channel. And like, we're a little bit later. Usually we're on about an hour prior, but I've had some prior engagements and responsibilities I have to go take care of. But you know what? Like I said, you lot just made me feel proud, man. And that's that. Because when you think of the magnitude,
it was a big one.
And no. And what Tunde has done, like Tunde phoned me the other day and I said, Tunde, 9 amateur fights.
Yeah.
Right? Because I've been there from the get-go. I remember when Tunde brought down Anthony Yarde in 2013 to spar with Chris Eubank Jr. He had 9 amateur fights and he had acquitted himself amiably in that spar. And I remember shouting at Chris Eubank Sr. because Chris Eubank Sr. turned around and remember he tried to talk. He says, young man, to Anthony. And he's warming up with Tunde. He goes, young man, you have to get warm. Let me tell you, my son's coming to kill you, right? And I remember Andy said, "No, I'm all right. I'm all right." But Tunde take everything serious. Tunde's little beady face there, Tunde like, Boy, I don't like how the man try to go over and try to talk that to me.
Bro, that time I was on a road thing. I don't care if you push you back. I don't business. Don't come here and try to tell us what to do. But yeah, it's been such a magnificent journey. Let me just read out these. I call them Snapchats, but they're really cool super chats. Alexander Wilson, thank you for the $10. He says, Tunde, on the TV broadcast when Yard got knocked down, you are in the frame, and I could tell from your body language that you was going to step in. Can you say what was going through your mind then? I will do, but let me just thank Rachel, the one and only Rachel Chigozi Chi Money.
Come on, thank you very much, Rachel.
And it's not even $20, it's £20, but I know the pound's weak now, so I might be better if it was $20. But she said if AY had been in the papers every week, falling out drunk from clubs, wearing 6 chains, no one would have anything to say. When you choose integrity and character like Tunde and Anthony, you get critics. Proud of you guys. Thank you, Rachel. And yeah. But let me answer the question from Alexander Wilson. And I think I have already, really. I'll be honest with you, bro. Health is wealth. That's the answer. Health is wealth. Even if we're getting 20 million for the fight, if you don't have your health, what is the 20 million worth? So the safety of the fighter is always paramount. That's what a trainer's job is. And so you see Ant laughing and smiling with his family. And I said, I don't want to go into personal conversations. But I was like, bro, look, to myself, I was like, I'm so happy that there's a smile on this young man's face and that he's coherent and that he's able to just deal with things, because we've seen our boxing can be something which, people don't like, and are sad about after the event. So to see my man and smiling, joking, and really more determined, because I know Ant's more determined to get this thing cracking. That was what was most important to me. But health is what was going through my mind. The health of the individual. Anyway, Rachel, again, thank you for the $20. Spence, we have to touch on. We've touched on the Tommy Fury. We've got to talk about this fight between Katie Taylor and Serrano. What did you think about the performances last night?
On last night's performance. And I had to go back and watch the fight because I was out yesterday. Big up my guy Rob and everybody down at the Czechs wine bar down Leicester Square. So big them up because I think that's really cool. And that man was saying, when I was in there, Tunde, you know how much people when I was there watched the Fight Is Right?
Come on.
No, seriously, like listen, there's some serious little ballers going on, the bare big chains. There's like, yeah. Nah, man, watch the Fight Is Right. Big up. And then my guy Rob, who owns the bar, said, yeah, you got to do a Fight Is Right down in our place, I said, you know what? We might have to do some Fight Is Right in there, We might have to do a Fight Is Right down there.
Yeah, take the Fight Is Right on the road. That'd be great.
Because we have to, Leicester Square. We can't get bigger than that. We've got to do a Fight Is Right in Leicester Square. And Leicester Square Club, Czechs, number 5, we're gonna hold a Fight Is Right in there.
David Holden, thank you for the £5, sir.
Big up, Mr. Holden. Always supporting. Always.
Gary, you got to put me back as an administrator, because it's good if 2 of us are pressing this thing here. Like this new thing, what you done, I can't press. It's all up to you. So when you start dozing off like Spencer does.
Nah, Gary don't fall asleep. Gary don't listen to me. Gary don't fall asleep when it's coming when money's coming.
Yeah, trust me, I can't press it. There's nothing I can press. I cannot press nothing. So
yeah, you know what? Exactly. Off the canvas, saying the Fight Is Right live. Yeah, we're gonna have to do that now. We're in a new year as well, and me going out yesterday, and every day I go out now, everyone stops me to talk about the Fight Is Right, and I'm like, rah. Or man say, right, no Tunde. I think I was in the supermarket, doing the shopping. I had to FaceTime Tunde. One man know Tunde from way back in the day.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's every day. It's seriously. I'm really really enjoying that. I'm really enjoying that.
good stuff. But anyway, because you didn't watch the fights last night, I will tell you that.
Now, Tunde, I went and watched them. You know, I watched
Oh,
them
you
today.
watched them.
I watched
So,
them.
what's your opinion on Elisa Baumgardner's fight?
You know what? Boren Gardner is improving each time. Every time I see her, she's improving. She's improving. She's for female boxing. I would say, like for precise punch picking.
The fight is right, Roadman tour. Oh, Alan School. No. You're taking this Roadman thing a bit too far. We're joking, but yeah, I get it. It sounds good as well.
Her punch selection is second to none. You know.
Yeah, she's got
Wicked punch selection. She has a very good variation of shots. I like her. She's very well poised. I like her balance. I like how she sets herself to throw her shots, man. She's very, very good, man. And that was a fantastic win for her. But going to Serrano, because she looked a little bit flat to me, Tom.
You know what? I do tend to agree with you. And she is in a hard fight again last night.
Yeah.
That was a hard fight. She became the undisputed featherweight champion, I believe.
Congratulations for that, for her being that, you know?
Yeah. But I feel this time Katie may win it more conclusively. Because she's been in 2 hard fights now. Obviously, the one with Katie and then the one last night. That was a hard fight.
A hard fight. And she's 36 as well. Right? So that's going to take...
Athletes are going on for way longer. Age don't... Listen, age, I feel, again, nowadays, with nutrition, with understanding how the body works, we can see it today, fighters can go on for a lot longer. I'm not too sure because we haven't really seen a woman champion over the age of 40. But, I mean, historically, women live longer than men anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's always the woman that's left behind. So I don't feel 36 is young. It's more about the wear and tear of the engine.
And she's been in some hard fights then. And I'll tell you the next thing. Fair play to her for losing to Katie Taylor. Right, but still remaining being a world champion and becoming an undisputed champion. All the props in the world to her for that. But what I'm saying is this: it's a higher weight class that she'll be fighting Katie Taylor at. Katie Taylor, and it's on home ground with all them Irish people behind her. You know the energies that's going to raise up Katie Taylor to another level. And sometimes when you're in hard fights, like their fight that they had. Last year was a classic, right?
Fight of the year.
The fight of the year was a classic fight, and when you come second best in a classic fight, of that magnitude, and you'll continue to carry on fighting. Sometimes I'm only going by history.
Spence. Gary, man said Spence. You're either tired or been pulling the chalice. Spence, you know what it is? You do this little, I don't want to say certain man's eyes, but you do this thing, bro. When we're talking, Gary, you know what I'm talking about, innit? It's like the sleep is coming in your eyes. It's me, it's my energy. That's what does it.
Yeah.
You do this thing, bro, where your eyes go like half. And like the people can see what I want.
Nah, it's not that. I've got a light.
Mr. Ringside,
I've got a light shining in my eyes. I've got a light shining in my eyes. But I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real with you over the last about Spencer got judge your eyes. Over the last week, I have to big up these little young men and the young men down at Brotherly Connects. So we're helping getting kids
a joke. Man said that when they was watching the show last week, you could tell that it was 2 old men on the thing because you lot kept on repeating yourself. You know, like when you're in your granddad's yard, and then your granddad tell the same story about 7 times. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Let me get back to this thing here. Sorry. Spence. Bro, you need to cut off your beard, bro. And bro, stop coming on the thing with these little Benny Hill Benny Hill hats, bro. Bro, I miss you, man. I miss you, bro. I miss you, man. I miss you.
I'm leaving his hats, bro. I'm leaving his hats.
Anyway, sorry, let's carry on.
Now, I'm saying today I am tired because I trained these kids. Yesterday and today I trained these kids. A big group of kids down at Shadwell's, near Shadwell's. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm tired, bro. But
Gary, he started the repeating already. Because Spencer said, I'm tired about 4 times now. Ladies and gentlemen, let me apologize for my co-host's behavior this evening, because you know we all know that Spencer, bro, he's a man, he works very hard, and then to come on here on a Sunday and have to deal with my energy, it can drain you a little piece.
Nah, it's not, bro. I'm tired. I'm not gonna lie to you. Because it's tired later as well.
Everyone on here knows you're always tired. So yeah. Bro, it don't matter. Just keep going on. Anyway, keep going on. What we were talking about. Sorry, we were talking about. See, I've totally gone off subject now. But we were talking about Serrano and the fact that, you know, she had 2 hard back-to-back fights. She being 36 years old is, in both of our opinions, definitely going to affect her. And
it's a loss. The loss that she had against Katie Taylor, because it was a close fight. And she think, right. And I think that was the best hurt. I don't think we're going to get a better. I don't think we're going to get a better hurt.
Yeah, you might be right. But I need to be at that fight. We need to be at that fight. But regardless, now that you've confirmed, a friend of mine has already booked the flights, and I'm on it as well. But when you told me that the flight will take place in Ireland, I was like, let me just hold my money for a hot minute. But now you're confirming to us
that happening in Ireland.
It's going to be an island. I'm there. So any Irish people who watch the show or supporters of the show, if you've got any recommendations of the best hotels up there, I'm there. I'm coming. Was it May the? I think it's April. Is it May? May the
10th.
No, I don't think it's the. I don't remember that date. April. It is May. Is it the 15th or something? Someone will tell us on here, but I need to be at that fight. Anything else? Listen, we've got to touch on Kell Brook. I feel it for the young man. The 20th, okay.
The 20th.
The 20th. And the reason why I'm talking
why do you feel it for Kell Brook?
No. I tell you why I feel it for him. Because and again, why shouldn't I feel it for Kell Brook?
No, I'm saying to you why. You said you feel it for Kell Brook.
Okay. The reason why I feel it for him is because a lot of people don't realize that these young men, when they, especially professional boxing, they dedicate themselves, they have a focus and a drive and a passion. You know, they get up every morning, they do their runs, they come to the gym, they build up a bond with the gym, with the trainers, even with the managers and promoters. And I feel that a lot of people don't realize that after their careers are over, you know, I heard Johnny Nelson say one time that the first 5 years of a fighter retiring is the hardest. And I think what we're seeing now with Kell is him having to accept that, you know, probably he will never fight again. I'm not, that's in no way, you know, I'm not, justifying him doing what he's doing, but I feel that we should be all looking at him as our own, and the fact that at this moment in time, he don't need to be ridiculed or criticized. He needs to be supported. You know, when a man is doing that and full well knowing that they've got children. Remember, he's got children, Spence.
Mm.
You know, we have to support him. We have to support him and help him through this moment. And again, fighters, you need to make arrangements or at least have a kind of plan of what you're going to do when your career is over. You
know what? I'm saying this, yeah? When we say, like, we should feel sorry for him, I don't feel sorry for Kell Brook, right? Okay. And I'm going to explain to you why I don't feel sorry for Kell Brook. Because it was nasty that you could trust someone, and I know who filmed it as well, so I'm not going to name them, right? That you could be around and, like, don't think that when you are fighting that it's renowned that maybe Kell Brook has extracurriculum activities, right? It's been renowned. Now, I'm not in no position to judge no one of what someone's done or what they're not doing. What you have is, like, those same people, right, who are in position of supposed power on TV stations and that will become very judgmental of Kell Brook or say, oh, look what he's doing from what he's not doing. I can't do that because I'm not a saint. Never have been a saint, right? I'm not going to judge Kell Brook of that. I'm not going to feel sorry for Kell Brook because I believe that Kell Brook would have to have needed something like this to have happened for him then to go and look and reanalyze to say, well, I need to fix up myself. Because since then, his old man Terry has come out, or no, Kell Brook has said, like, he's seeking counseling, he's seeking help. Yes. So therefore, I don't feel sorry for you because now you know that, okay, there's a problem here, and it needed that form of exposure for me to properly look at myself to say, I have to do something now because it's out in the spotlight. Rumors are rumors, right? So that's one thing. But now it's out in the spotlight, then he's going to have to readjust. Everybody goes through something, Tun. You know what I mean? Right, everyone. Me and Tunde had proper heart to heart this week. I've got nothing but love for Tunde Jai. Proper heart to hearts, right? And let me also big up my guy Paul Flynn, who is, like, there's certain things where you need, like, right now, I'm being open, I'm not hiding it from no one. You know what I mean? I'm going through bereavement counseling. I thought I don't need that, right? But there's certain days where I've been through dark days. So thanks to Paul Flynn and his family, they've been very, very supportive. And my guy Country Don. And you also, Tun, you've been supportive. More so for, like, when people are going through things, especially like Kell Brook being Kell Brook, maybe he thinks, like, I'm too big, I'm Kell Brook. Like, I don't need to talk to somebody, right? You need to go and sit down and talk to someone, and that's all it is. So I'm not knocking anything of what we said we should feel. I don't feel sorry for him. I commend Kell Brook for knowing that there's a problem there, and now that he's seeking help. And I hope that, because I've known Kell since he's been a youth. So, and he's always shown love to the fighters, right? I remember when he broke up Amir Khan.
So you did sorry for him, man.
Who? No. I'm saying when he broke up Amir Khan, he showed love.
Wait. Thank you, Carlos, for the €5, for the €5.99. He said, Mr. Notification, good evening, gents. Respect, Tunde, for the great fight you have provided us with Yard. Have a great show. Thank you, sir. Carry on, Spencer.
Carlos. Yeah, so no, he's seeking help now. And I wish Kell Brook nothing but the best. So all of these little hypocrites who want to stay and, like, be throwing stones or put, oh, look at this or that. Brother, that ain't nothing big to me, you know.
That's because you come from. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So that's nothing big to me.
Cocaine is a.
Thank you. Enzu, thank you very much. You bless up as well. Yeah, I'm trying to be real. I'm just keeping it 100. People are just.
Yeah, but I don't know. Because to me, honestly, everything you just said sounded like you felt sorry for him. But you just said you don't feel sorry for him. But
I don't feel. What I'm saying is, I don't feel sorry for him. But I'm just saying, like, people are so quick to point fingers. You know what I mean? But there's an old saying that when you're pointing one finger at someone, you got 3 fingers pointing back at yourself.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about he's a father. he's a father himself. He's a son to somebody, a
Yeah.
mom and a father. And I guess that's where the compassion comes from, where I'm concerned. I'm like,
Yeah, I get that. I
we
get
don't
that.
like to see this. We don't like to see this, but it's also a lesson for other professionals, and also a lesson for people that don't understand what these professional athletes go through when the show's no longer. And I feel you have to try and prepare yourself for that. Another thing which this has highlighted is, again, watch the company that you keep. Because are you going to be around man doing that, and then a man them are selling the tape to the
Yeah.
press? That doesn't even make sense. That
After
is
after the show done, I'll tell you who did it. But like I said, this
okay.
and sell it to the Sun newspaper, So they got about a 50 duff for that, that straight.
That's crazy. But again, you have to be mindful of
Yeah.
who's around you, because
Yeah.
who's ever around you is really who you are. And
Thank you.
as my mastery strategy says, asking for help is a strength, and people
It's a
need to do
massive strength.
yeah, we need to do that. You need to ask people for help, if you're going through stuff. There's no shame. And yeah, so I think we've touched on everything. Is there anything that we haven't touched on? We've touched on the Jake Paul, Tommy Fury. Give me
So Rob Meyer says the guy who sold that is a rat.
who's going to win that fight. I want to know, Jake Paul or Tommy Fury. I want a definitive answer, Spencer.
Who's gonna win?
Yeah, I'm stuttering, girl.
Yeah. Turn. I think Frankie Paul's gonna win that fight.
Okay. Fight is right. Number one for
because he's gonna go points. He's gonna go points, and then even if Tommy Fury wins, he ain't getting it.
Bro, don't start getting into no analytics. Just tell me Fury
I
or Paul.
I think that Frankie Paul's gonna win the fight.
It's not Frankie Paul ain't fighting, mate. That's your old reggae.
I know, but that's who he is, Frankie Paul. He's Frankie Paul to me.
That's your old reggae album,
That's Frankie Paul. Or RuPaul. RuPaul's gonna win.
Oh yeah, so listen, there is still a few topics. We might as well go to 10:30.
All right, Lawrence Okoli, right, this is a good time, 22. It's a good time,
Yeah.
our time. I'm blessed and highly favored. Every day I'm getting better and better. But I'm telling you this now, Ton, yeah? And whether you want to... Lawrence Okoli leaving
Shane
McGuigan, I think it's a lot to do with... Lawrence is his own man. And Lawrence will go where he feels comfortable. And maybe he didn't feel comfortable where he was. Or maybe it's the fact that Daniel Dubois was in the camp. Right?
Dubois.
Daniel Dubois was in the camp. Maybe because Daniel Dubois is in the camp as well. And Lawrence has aspirations to move up to heavyweight. And he's thinking, well, I can't really be dealing with this.
That's
right? Right. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to props you again, Tom, because I like
Before you promise me, thank you, Carlos, for the $5.99, another €5.99. He said if Jake Paul wins, the Fury bloodline will be disowned, Tommy. Miss Ringside, the lovely, the wonderful, the beautiful Miss Ringside. Thank you for the $4.49. She says, and let me just put that away. She says, what's the latest inside story with Conor Benn? I mean, we actually can go into like midnight. There's so many talking points. I ain't been here for a few weeks.
I'm going to tell you this now,
what's the inside story with Conor Benn? The clarification is blurred. Welcome back, Tunde. Big up, Spencer. But we can talk.
There's too many topics right now. And I'm also saying this, yeah.
Yes.
With Conor Benn.
No, don't.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about that right now.
What about what?
Conor Benn.
I'm saying you hadn't finished your point on the McGuigan.
Yeah, the McGuigan thing. Like someone just put on there about Sugar Hill trains Tyson Fury. Yeah? And I agree. But Tyson Fury is the best.
Okay.
Right? Daniel Dubois is relatively good.
Yes.
Right? But there's scope for growth inside Daniel Dubois. especially after his last fight, because you know his foot mash up in it, so he has to get operation on his foot.
Why do you need to say it like that?
What are you talking about?
Bro, this guy sounds wrong. It's Gary. You need to talk to Spencer, you know.
Nah, his foot's mash up. That the ligament snap, innit? In his
I
foot.
don't know. I don't know. I was there.
Yeah,
I was
when the
ringside.
South African man did lick him with the southpaw right hand from the southpaw right hand hook, he mashed up his ligament, right? So he's there, and Lawrence Okoli's that guy where he would just go around. That's what he's like. But yeah, he started a trend because he's left Matchroom. Then the talk now is that Joshua Boatsi has now left Matchroom as well.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, and it's a strong possibility that he could end up with Queensbury because they used him the other day on a commentary and that, and he sat back and said he's just not happy. So yeah. So he's gone as well. But I'm saying, is it a time where he's gone? Also, let me just say, someone's put D James here. Derek James, as he came on the show, and he kind of spoke about his disdain why he wasn't checked by Anthony Joshua and the crew, and you know that Team AJ watched the show, so they want to give Baba Tunde Ajayi and Gary and Spencer Fearon of the Fight Is Right 20% of that move because remember we did the talk about right. How come it would have been nice if he went down there, and now he's gone there. There's complaint. He's fighting Franklin, and there's complaints on April the 1st. And as it's April Fool's Day, because they're charging people pay-per-view for that fight, man say, right, we're trying to take us for the April Fool, because that fight...
Cool. Say that.
That fight's not meant to be pay-per-view. But I'm saying it is what it is, because someone's going to buy it.
Somebody, you know, Miss Ringside paid good money for her question to be answered. And I
Sorry,
don't
Miss Ringside.
skip through that. But before we go to Miss Ringside's question, thank you, Andre Bukenya, for the £10. He said, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening to you. So off the canvas boxing, thank you for the £5 donation, sir. He said, welcome back, Tunde. I'm proud of the performance last week. Love the energy and wisdom from this show. And much love and respect to you, sir, as well. A £5 again. Thank you, Marks. Thank you for the £5. He said, you, man, got my first snapshot. Big up, Spencer, Tunde, and for continuing to help build this boxing community. Brother, thank you so much. Damien Charles, thank you, brother. You see when I come back, the money start flow in abundance. This is what we want. Keep going. Damien Charles, thank you for the 179. Let's go on to midnight and keep Snapchat money going. I hear that. I don't know if Spencer can last that long. But
damn right I can't.
You know me, I'm there, bro. I'm there. I'm full of energy. I'm ready to go. Miss Ringside, again, let's repeat her question because 449, you can't go down Peckham and a man just throw 449 in the air. That's a lot of money right now in this current climate where everyone is feeling the pinch, so to speak. But she says, what's the latest inside story with Conor Ben? The clarification is blurred. Welcome back, Tunde. Big up, Spencer. The honest truth, I'll be honest with you, Miss Ringside, I don't know what's going on. You know, I've been really, my head's been looking straight ahead for the last 2 months. I spoke to Conor via voice note and Insta, and he was adamant that his name would be cleared and that I hope everyone has the same energy they have for him when his name is finally cleared. Now, what I have seen is a lot of people saying, yeah, but he's failed 2 positive. He had 2 positive tests. So I don't know how this can work.
Stop. Ben Oldham, my brother, thank you so much for the £100. Driving, great show. Big up yourself, Ben Oldham.
We're talking about Miss Ringside, sorry, but £100 snaps, 449 in half.
No, I'm not buying that one. I know the parable of the rich man and the lady in the parable of the Bible, and the woman only gave what she had, but there was more blessing in her. Ben Oldham's got it in abundance, and I want more abundance to come to Ben Oldham.
Well, let me tell you what the Nigerian proverb says. The Nigerian proverb says, "Who is the poor man to give the rich man advice?" Who is the poor man to give the rich man advice? I don't know. But there's an Adam Ali guy. I've been notified. Gary, block him. I don't even need to read it because my people that's telling me to block him, they're serious people. So this Adam Ali guy, just block him, Gary, if you can find him. But yeah, that's the Nigerian proverb. Who is the poor man to tell the rich man or give the rich man advice? So big up, Ben. And Ben, give me a shout, please. Maybe tomorrow or something, a text. Because this new phone seems to have lost all my numbers. So it'd be great if you can just give me a text. And there's things to talk about. We need to discuss certain things moving forward. But thank you for the £100. Going back, yeah, as I said, I don't know what the situation is with Conor at the moment, but I do know that he's very adamant that he's innocent and that as time goes on, his innocence will be proven. And so I think, to be honest, that's all we can say on that. We can't really walk down that road because we just don't know the facts. But what we do know is a 2 positive test. But Conor, as I said, I spoke to him and he ain't having it. He ain't having it. Anyway, so what was the other one? We done the Lawrence Okoli. We done the Conor. There was something else that someone said. There was another subject. We spoke about AJ fighting April the 1st. April the 1st. Someone said, Adam Ali, you're blocked. How you like that, sunshine? You see, I didn't Gary said, waste, man. I didn't even. Oh, Lara v. Wood. That's next week. Definitely doing a watch along.
Let me tell you this now, yeah?
Definitely. Eubank Smith, that was it. Yeah, we'll touch on that. Go on, but Lara v.
Let me tell you this now, Ton, yeah? Lara has got consistency now. Right? Lara was a problem before. He's definitely going to be a problem now. Yes. But also, this is why you're going to really, things are going to be checked out for man, if how good you are as a trainer. Because I believe that Ben Davison will devise a plan, but you can't really plan for a man who's awkward, who's like unpredictable. That Lara, man, he throws weird angled punches.
He does.
I mean, I'd like to see how the bookies see this fight. But one thing I have to give Wood, he can punch, you know.
He can punch. He's got a lot of experience. He's been boxing since he's a kid, and he's been in some great fights. The Conlon fight was a modern day classic. And he knocked my boy clean out the ring, you know. So anyone who's not giving Lee a chance, you know, I think you're wrong for that because he's got a great chance, you know.
Listen, he's got that, you know, Tom.
He's got heart, but we know. Listen, and Ben Davison, good trainer, fantastic trainer, loves the sport. Articulates the sport to his fighters in a great way. Nobody's under any illusion. You know, when you get to this level of the sport, when you're fighting these level of fighters, you know everything's got to be spot on. So it's going to be a great fight and one that I can't wait to commentate on next Saturday. So definitely, we'll be doing the watch along for that fight. Carlos, thank you for another €5.99. He says Tank versus Garcia predictions will be massive fight commercially. It would if it happens. Because I'm telling you, that fight ain't happening.
It's not happening.
That fight is another, to me, listen, no one will be more happy if that fight happened. But I feel they're building this fight into a Floyd-Pacquiao scenario where it's on the lips and the minds of everyone for so long. and then they fight at the end. But commercially, going on the current way our boxing is being run, why would you put two money spinners in together at this stage of their career?
Yeah. Did you see Rolly? That Rolly you come out and he said that Garcia hits harder than Tank.
Well, he would say that. He got banged out by him.
That's what he said. That's what he come out and said. I said, okay.
And how would he know? How would he know? He ain't fought Garcia.
He's sparred with Garcia loads of times. That's
but it's different ounce gloves. There's no head guard. There's no head guard. And there's no energy. There's no full energy attached to a spar. And this is what I'm trying to say. When people start saying, oh yeah, he hits harder than him in sparring and spar, it's different. It's different under the lights. It's different with people there supporting the whole energy frequency. It's different. And so sparring may be a little indication, but there's a lot of fighters who do, Anthony's one of them. He ain't going to knock you out. He ain't looking to knock you out in sparring. You understand what I'm saying? So the fact that Rolly sparred with Garcia, and he's saying that Garcia hits harder than
Rolly's as good at saying things to get public attention because he's a funny youth, man. I find he's very entertaining.
He's a funny youth, but I don't believe that. We just need to see what's going on when they fight. Anyway, Nas A said, "Tunde, did you watch the Eubanks?" Oh, thank you, JK. Better Life, and this brother's always supporting. Blessing master teachers Tunde and Spencer. Thank you for the 449. And I reiterate that when people are donating in this current climate where interest rates continue to rise, bro, it's not a joke. Man's looking at his mortgage statement. The thing just keeps going up. I'm like, bro, you people are taking liberties. Like, some people are lucky enough to own properties and get rental incomes, but it's like the rental income's almost nothing now because the interest rate keeps on rising. And from what I understand, it's not going to stop rising, Spence. For now.
Crazy, isn't it?
Crazy. Alexander Wilson, thank you for the $10, sir. He says, what do you think about the casting for the Prince Nazim movie? The Aladdin actor is playing Naz, and the King from House of Dragon is playing Brandon. I didn't even know about that.
Neither did I.
Naz movie?
No, I haven't heard about it. But now after that, I'm going to go Google it because Naz is, I listen to him all now. King Disease 3 gets played in my car regular. Right? He's just an incredible lyricist. I didn't know about the Prince Nassim movie. I didn't know about it. But I just saw the trailer for the George Foreman movie. Have you seen it?
I saw it on YouTube. I haven't watched it.
It looked good. It looked good. It did look good.
George is a legend.
Yeah, George Coons is a legend. George Foreman's a legend. So I'm looking forward to watch that. I'm actually looking forward to watch that. But it's a cinema film, and I think like looking at it, how it was set, it seemed like it could have been one of them TV movies. But regardless of that, I'm still gonna watch it because it's anything in the box. I'm watching it.
Now you see me, you know me, like SAR. It's very upsetting because I've seen you come on this show a few times, and I can't remember you actually saying anything silly. But you've just made a comment here. Lions in the camp got beat by Lions of Allah in the ring. Respect. You're blocked. How you like that one? You're blocked. Get out of here, man. Gary, bro, you're lucky I can't do the block thing. Just block it, bro. This is what I'm trying to say. People got to be mindful of what they say on this show. Because this ain't this is a real show.
Yeah.
And everybody's
Kevin Wardle watched the Lennox Lewis documentary on Sky. It's brilliant. I watched it as well. But before it even come on Sky, you had to buy it. I remember buying it to watch it, and the documentary is absolutely excellent. It was produced by Dr. Dre. The Lennox Lewis documentary, if you ain't seen it, Ton, it's produced by Dr. Dre, and it's wicked. Really good documentary, mate.
I need to watch that.
Really good. I watched it last year, maybe about 2 years old now. Yeah, but excellent.
Man said they bumped into Spence at the yard fight. Man's looking slim. You need to start eating on the live again, bro.
No, bro. I started training. That's what happened. I started training, started being in the gym, started training kids as well. And yeah, So I've just been dropping weight. It was a madness. Like in a week, I dropped like 13 pounds in a week. It just come off of me. And that's by me just getting up, going to the gym. I thought, right, let me just go to the gym. And that's country done with a little sweats. Go to the gym, bro. But you know, it goes, when you're in the gym, then you start feeling the momentum of the gym. And it's a good feeling. But yeah. We got big up, man.
So many people in there. Bobby Wright. You know, Bobby Wright's one of the man them. You know, like when you go for war and you got the man them to just finish your man off with a sword, who's the back of you. That's Bobby Wright. If you come test us and you might just slip off, Bobby Wright will just finish you off with a sword. You're gone. Yeah. You like that, sunshine. Old Tight Spence, thank you again, Carlos, for the €5.99. Listen, Carlos, you're paying man's phone bill this month. So
trust me.
Respect, bro. He says, Spence, George Foreman said Evander had the best chin for a heavyweight. Do you agree with that? Keep the Snapchat coming. Taxman can't find man. Yes, sir.
You know what? I would say at the time when they fought 91, at the time when Evander Holyfield fought George Foreman, yeah, Evander Holyfield said like the weight of George Foreman's punches, Tunde, was like, it's like he could feel like his teeth were gonna break in his head when man thumped him.
Wow, amazing.
There's some vicious power. Yeah, vicious power.
I think for me, again, when I see fighters, they got good chins and stuff like that. They're able to, you know, withstand a lot of pressure, sustained pressure. It's just a mental strength for me. That's mentally strong. And George Foreman, he's just a mentally tough man, you know, as was Marvin Hagler and other fighters. But Nilante says, Spence, we see you getting back to the bags and you're under your eye them again. You're looking mad, bro. Gary was waiting. Gary, because you put that comment up too fast, bro. Because it's like Gary saw the comment as well. Gary was waiting.
Yeah, I'm tired, bro.
I told you, Spence's eyes are doing a madness again. But we ain't even hit 11 o'clock yet. But you know we've gone on this. You actually know the fighters right. Listen, this show is supposed to be 1 hour finish. That's it. Sunday, 1 hour finish. But when I've come, you know, it just can't be an ordinary thing because I'm bringing the energy to the thing, and it's all good. OTT boxing. Tunde, would you ever do a fan workout day in Ilford where fans could book a group session to train with you? I would do it once, absolutely. 100%. You know, boxing is my life, and I would definitely, you know, if we could arrange it, you know, just do a day session where everyone can come and get a little insight into what we do, and maybe that's something that we'll sort out in due course. So big up OTT boxing. Any other questions before we lock off? Because Spence is ready for the bed,
bro.
Big up to both of you legends. Yeah, Spence, I think we're gonna let you sleep. We're gonna let you see. It's great to be back, Spence. And
I told you I missed you, bro.
Yeah,
I missed you. But you know, fair play to all the people who came on to keep us company right throughout. Because every week we'd get a new guest in and all the rest of it. But yeah, I'm proper like proud of what you lot did last week. I still ain't kind of recovered from last week because last week was hectic, you know. I ain't gonna lie. It was. You know what I mean? But yeah.
People say that I should
tell you, it's gonna be a good fight, you know.
What fight?
Beterbiev versus Plant.
It's gonna be a good fight because Beterbiev Spence. I can't even read what someone's saying about you on this show. That'll be telling. I know you're my brother and thing, but bro, man's saying you need to fix up, bro. You're looking too tired on the thing, bro. You're messing up the visuals.
No, I don't
but anyway, it is gonna be a Gary. I say Spencer's mashing up the visuals with his tired self. But you don't understand. Spencer works bloody hard. He's got bloody kids running around the place.
They don't know the half.
He's still on the ironing thing. I will phone Spencer. Spencer's telling me about his ironing. I'm like, bro, dry cleaners, bro. Nah. But Spencer's on it. He's great. Eubank Smith.
You know what?
The last one.
You know what? I'm glad that you mentioned that, you know, because you know what? I was out. I was training the kids, and I come back in, and I've still got to iron the kids' clothes. So after this, I
See,
got iron.
remind you, bro.
I thank God that you mentioned that, because boy, come morning, now they iron them clothes is trouble. I'm going to get up after air, and I'm gonna bang out my kids' school uniform. Matter of fact, I'll give you like 1 more minute. I'm bouncing, bro.
Don't worry, fight is right. I'm gonna be with you. I've made up my mind. I'm gonna stay with you with the gang and answer some questions because it's good to be back.
Big up
Eubanks
Andy
Smith,
and sweating the
what
city
was
through.
your wait there, Spence? Sorry to cut you. Big up Monty Singh. Thank you, sir, for the £20. Much appreciated. He said, big up, brothers. What a fight. Yard will be world champ soon. BETERBIEV didn't admit that it was his hardest fight, but trust it was. If a fighter looks better and improves, massive credit to you guys. Fight of the year candidate. Thank you, sir. Love and thank you for the donation, Monty. Big up. Yeah. Eubanks Smith, what was your take on that fight? Because I did actually watch it. I broke cam. I did watch the fight.
Like I said on numerous interviews prior, that Eubank needs to focus on being Chris Eubank and not trying to be Roy Jones Jr. Right? That's what he needs to concentrate on doing. Unfortunately, come second best. But you know what? He has sold himself as this character, which has worked. He's very popular, and the guy's a multi-millionaire without winning a real world title. So yeah, I mean, all the credit in the world to him.
Yeah, before Alexander Wilson, thank you for the $5. Stallone is a producer and a financial backer for the Nazim movie. This is serious. They dropped that announcement last week. The casting has really piqued my interest. Wow, from Sylvester Stallone is dropping in money again. Shows you how big Prince Nazim Ahmed was and is at the time.
His fight with Kevin Kelly, December 19th, 1997.
The knowledge.
In Madison Square Gardens, New York, was the Hagler Hearns of the featherweight division. That was, matter of fact, I might have to watch that fight while I'm ironing clothes because that fight was nuts. And Nassim took over America. I want people to realize that. You know what I mean? And he was a British kid that went to America and like he just had that thing. I remember he was on Jay Leno, he was on all the big shows. He was everywhere. You know what I mean? And he used to bang out brothers.
Yeah, Naz was a great entertainer and a great fighter. A great entertainer, a great fighter. But going back to something you said about Eubanks, he should stop trying to be Roy Jones. It's funny because I've heard a few people say that, but I didn't hear that when he fought Liam Smith. People was in praise of his style, and I just feel it's another case where somebody comes up short on a particular night against, a fighter that was really up for it, and then there's excuses. But bro, there's no excuses. He just was beaten by the better man on that night. He is, and I'll be honest with you, of all the role models that you can try to mold yourself off, Roy Jones ain't a bad one. Trust me. Again, these people see, because it's just where I look at things. I'm like, bro, you're bigging up man when things are going right. And then as soon as something goes wrong, it's like you can't wait to say, I told you so.
I would agree with you. I would agree with you. I've never thought that Roy Jones.
You're talking again because you're tired. I said not you, bro. I'm not talking about you. Man. I'm talking about the voices that you hear. I'm saying Roy Jones is a crap trainer, as I just read there, bro. This guy's got more experience than all of us. He must have something to bring to the table.
Roy Jones is incredible.
So I'm like, if Eubanks is doing something right and he's winning, and then he loses a fight, I don't subscribe to this hating business. I don't subscribe to this, we should get rid of his trainer, Roy Jones is a crap trainer. Bro, we just lost a fight. But this is what I'm trying to say. The days it's like, because certain fighters have glorified the O, it's almost as though fighters nowadays can't lose. And that's just not how it goes. The greatest fighters have lost and come back and won. And I just feel that Eubanks is a good fighter. He's still a good fighter. He knows what maybe the weight is the wrong weight for him.
That's got majors to do with it, because as you get older, weight's harder to cut as well. And I think like he never gave his body enough time to rehydrate from trying to kill himself to get down to, what was it, 158?
Yes.
Right.
Spencer, my friend just said you look 67. Gary! Gary! Someone said Spencer looks 67 on the thing. I told you cut your hair, bro. You don't listen to what I'm telling you. As your brother or friend, I told you cut your hair. It's making you look old, Spence.
I'm not cutting nothing. I'm comfortable, but I'm not cutting nothing.
We're gonna let you go to bed, Spence. Don't worry. Hold that, Damien Charles. Thank you for the 449. He said, "Allow Spencer. He's been up from morning answering my questions about breakfast, advice in bricks."
Yeah, for real. Big up, Rob. Big up, Damien. Big up, Damien. Yeah, 100. I'm up early, bro. That's the thing. I'm not.
Man, I say you look like Alf Garnet. You're getting brushed tonight, Smith. Wow. Carlos, $59.99 euros.
Come on.
He's saying, this show is a madness today. Sharing is caring. Let's go. Hold tight, Carlos. I'm back. The energy's back. So this is all good. I thank you so much, man. Everybody. Man saying Spencer like Alf Garnet. For those who don't know what Alf Garnet is, just Google the thing.
That was a big boy show, you know.
A Batman show.
That was a bad man show, you know. When you think how racist Alf Garnet was, you know.
Alf Garnet, oh my goodness gracious me. Spence, go your bed, man. Go your bed, star. Go your bed, man. Chat. I'm talking patwa now. Go your bed. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna relieve my brother from his work that he's done tonight. He is probably the most caring individual I know. He's always, and I said to him on the phone the other day, I'm saying, bro, how much man you help in this thing here? Bro, you understand what I'm saying? Like, this guy, he's got a heart of gold, and I'm gonna love my brother forever, regardless. So let me sign off. The one, the only, the man with all the answers. Man, we don't need no box rec. This guy is a walking, living box rec. Names, date, boxer shorts fighters was wearing at the time of the fight, venue, year, month, second. Spencer, the master of knowledge. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for having my brother on tonight, and we are relieving him. We're giving him that pass. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Mr. Spencer Fearon.
Big up, yeah. Cool. Love, man. So proud of you. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna have to go watch a series of Alf Garnet, you know, because I know business. That was a bad boy show. You know?
Come on, big up Spencer. Go your bed, man. Go your bed.
I'm gone.
Later. Gary, lock off Spencer, man. Because Spencer, you know he's old again. He won't even have to lock himself off. Oh, Spencer, bro. We just got, man just got to just wrap him up in bed. Just wrap him up, send him to bed. Just dash the cover over his head. Just send him away. Anyway, old tight Elvis, the one and only Elvis Dubé, the most consistent Journeyman, you don't give man like Elvis, you don't give him that name, Journeyman. He's one of the greatest servants of past in British boxing. You know, he's a man that promoters pick up the phone when the fights have dropped out, and he's like, they'll be like, bro, Elvis, we need your help. Bam, straight on the train, in the car, bam, let's fight. Save many a show. So big up Elvis. Thank you for the donation, my brother. Damon Charles, thank you for the 179. Furthermore, how did Arsenal get onto the come on? They're all coming out now. All the Arsenal haters are coming out now, bro. And you know what? I was gonna wear my Arsenal top today. Just to show you, man, that just because we lost, I'm still backing the squad. I don't care about that. We were still top of the league, so it don't matter. I'm sure we're still top of the league. Yeah, but we're still top of the league. But Arsenal forever. Let me see. We're going back to some questions now. Gary, it's just me and you, bro. But even if I see Gary, I can't even control it. So you're gonna have to stay with me. And obviously, I know you got a young toddler. I don't want to keep you up longer than what you need to. So let's give them a little, I don't know. What are you saying, Gal? 5 or 10 minutes? What do you reckon? I'm waiting for your answer, Gal. Gary's like, bro, I'm here, bro. Let's go. Yeah, 10 minutes. Give it 10 minutes. So we're done 5 past 11. All right, let's hit some questions. Damon Charles 179, it's so good to have you back, Tunde, and that smile. Come on, all day, every day. Dream it, believe it, become it. Come on, all day. Unks, Zhang or Joyce? Good fight. For more than one reason, but I'll tell you about that a little bit later. But you know, Jollof Joe is the man. I don't business what anyone says. Jollof Joe is a problem for anyone. Jollof Joe Joyce, as I have named him, is, I can't even say one of the most improved fight heavyweights today, but because he's always been good. And I think every single heavyweight in the division knows that this guy's a problem. And fortunately for Joe, and unfortunately for the rest of the heavyweights, it now looks like he's going to be given an interim title, which in effect is a world title. And they're going to have to fight him. Jollof Joe, you can't do no more running, bro. So like, bro, you man that are trying to just, eat the fish and chips down the road or the curry goat and rice, you're going to have to see Jollof Joe. And he is a monster. He is a monster. Jollof Joe. Back card, XCV, he says Beterbiev or Bivol. It is a great fight. And we hope to be back in the mix one day. But what can you say? It's a 50-50 fight. It's a 50-50 fight. I think what a lot of people still are not giving Beterbiev credit for is the little subtle moves that he does in a boxing ring, as well as having, dynamite in his fists. He does some subtle boxing moves, which, all of his opponents haven't been able to figure out thus far. And the same goes for Bivol. Got great footwork, in and out movement. Doesn't appear to be half the puncher of Beterbiev, which may cause a problem along the line. But one thing I was saying to myself today, historically, Russian fighters don't fight Russian fighters. And there's a reason for that. I don't want you all to think about what I'm saying. For some reason, we've never got that Russian matchup where they fight each other. So I want to see what's going on. I want to see if that fight gets made. Then yeah, my personal theory would have been put to rest. But Russian fighters don't usually fight Russian fighters, because when Kovalev was champion, Beterbiev was there. They never fought in the pros. Obviously, as amateurs on the amateur circuit, you have to fight each other, but they never fought. And there's been other occasions where Russian fighters don't fight each other. It's almost kind of like what Canelo said the other day with, I'm not fighting a Mexican fighter. Now, whether that's a cop-out or whether there's something more into that, we'll have to wait and see. If anyone could give me an example where a Russian champion has fought another Russian champion, then let me know, because I can't remember. Will Bivol and Callum Smith beat BETERBIEV? We don't know till you get in there. And this is a thing I wanna make this point, that everyone has an opinion. Everyone can say this fighter is better than that fighter. But until they actually get in the ring, you don't know. You don't know. You don't know. It's just theory. It's just what you think. But there's no proof. The only way you can tell what fighter is better than other is when they get in the ring and actually fight. So again, you have to credit Anthony, sorry to go back to that, for challenging himself still at the embryonic stage of his career against the absolute best. And that's what boxing fans want to see. They want to see the best fighting the best. And if we don't, get used to seeing more KSI against Salt Pappy or Jake Paul against some next random YouTuber. You just better get ready for all of that. Because the best have to fight the best. And that's how you get the answer. I heard Boatsy got dropped from the zone. I don't know. That's his business, and I haven't heard it. I don't know. You know me. I'm not into prying into man's personal business. Whatever decision he's made, I'm sure it's the best for him. We'll wait and see. You know, a lot of people want to see Boatsy in good fights. You know, again, for the last 5 years, Anthony's name has been linked. There's always calling Anthony's name, but it'd be good to see the young man in with like a Callum Smith, you know, like a Dan Aziz. He already fought Craig Richards, so fair play to him on that. But you know, let's see these guys, not just Boatsy, all the British guys. Let's see them in with these world class elite, not just world class, elite fighters, and then we'll know how good everyone is. You understand? We'll know how good everybody is. I think it's just good for boxing if everybody fights. Everyone, if you're in that position to, because you know the careers. You know, if you put a 10-year timeline on your career, obviously you can go longer nowadays. But in that 10 years, let's fight, man. Let's see what's going on. Let's fight because it's boxing. It's boxing. Stamina for sales then. Why though, Russell? I think Boatsy needs to fight others personally. I don't know. Maybe I missed the question that Russell asked. Okay, would love to see Yarde versus Boatsy this year. Feel like it's a natural fight to make right now. Boatsy, my countryman, but I think Yarde has the edge. Well, again, we just want to see fights. We just want to see fights. But, you know, if people want to say they're the best, then fight the best. Fight the best. Have that fight, man. That's the fight. Of course, it's a natural. That fight's always going to be there because they're two British men, so we can always make them fight. But it's like, remember Kell Brook and Amir Khan. Remember that whole story, which was they didn't fight each other because they wanted to test themselves against the very best, and then you know the eventual happening was they got together. Some people say too late, but they actually fought at the end of their career. And it was a fight that we all was looking forward to. But you can't be mad at these young men for wanting to test themselves against the very best. And I'm saying that let's see these British home fighters fight the real fights like Anthony Yarde. We need them. We need them. Who wins Crawford versus Spence? We had that young man, Jai Tucker, on today. He said he's rolling with Spence. You know, Errol's our guy as well. It's a great fight. Crawford undoubtedly is one of the most skilled fighters today. Got to be in pound for pound number between 1 and 3. Definitely between 1 and 3. And so the two of them fighting is just going to be a massive fight. We don't really know who's going to win, but I don't even want to say who's going to win. I just don't know. It's one of them ones. I actually don't know who's going to win. Evening, Tunde, when are we like to see? And yet, right now, the fight was last week, 7 days. Allow us, man. Give us a little rest, bro. We need to just rest, you know, enjoy the little recuperative period, and we'll go again. I'm sure there'll be an announcement soon, but for now, we're 7 days or 8 days shy of the fight. So it is what it is. Off the canvas, boxing, Tunde, do you think Eddie is neglecting UK fighters? I'm not really. I think he's just probably just being a businessman. You gotta go with a. He's a promoter. He's got to go with a pound notice. I think he's doing a good job. It's just about getting your fighters in the positions, and so they have to earn it as well. Remember, the promoter gets the fight over the line, but the onus is on the fighters to get themselves in a position where they can fight, and then they have to want to fight. So the promoter can't force you to fight if you don't want to fight. So it's like a 50-50 onus on everybody. You know, the promoter does his job, get the fight, and the fighter gets himself in a position where you can say, yeah, I'm mandatory number one. Let's go. Let's go. So there's no blaming here. It just, there has to be like a, what do they call it? Like an equal understanding between the fighter and the promoter. So yeah, no blame game. Alan Skill said, Tunde, it's so good to see you smiling and back on there, mate. I'm always going to be smiling regardless. You know, listen, life, again, moving away from boxing slightly, life is always a challenge. And one thing I was going to say when Spence was on it, which I don't think that people don't have to pick themselves up from certain positions and that not be a struggle. It's always a struggle. It's always a struggle. But if you can try to program yourself to keep thinking positive, keep thinking positively, you know, one day the scales just tip and then you're back moving again. But there has to be some resistance because it's life. It's polarity. It's up, down, left, right, positive, negative. And it's life. It's what we call life. And so, you know, there's going to be a period where it's tough. And this is why having the right people around you is always instrumental in getting you, tipping the scales in the favor of the positive side as opposed to the negative side. So yeah, it's all good. I'm always going to be smiling, mate, because I've programmed myself over the years. Just keep positive, keep positive, keep positive. And any negativity that comes near, boom, you're blocked. See you later. Yeah. What's any more quick, Gal? I know we've gone over. What have we gone over? Yeah, we've gone 2 minutes over. You know me, Gal, I can talk forever. But should Conor Ben versus Chris Eubanks still happen? Again, that's down to the individuals. Because I think in terms of the answer to that question, I think it actually lies in Chris Eubanks Jr.'s hands, not really Conor's hands, because Conor obviously wants to prove himself that he's innocent. And unfortunately, nowadays, you're guilty, and you have to prove your innocence. You're guilty and have to prove it. So it'll be down to Chris Eubanks Jr. if Conor is allowed to, you know, prove his innocence, and then it's down to the bare black and white of everything, which is just having a fight. But I think it's a fact. People can say no, they shouldn't fight, but I think it's a fact that people will still pay to see just because of the names, the fathers, the legacy, and everything which is what is attached to the fight. There's a lot of money involved in that fight, and I think that people would still pay to see it regardless of what has happened. So again, time is the ultimate master. Damien Charles, Tunde, 100% correct, but you understand your positive energy that you put out feeds us, me. That's why I'm so happy you're back with that energy. Oh, tight D, come on, all day, every day. You know the set, dream it, believe it, become it. Yeah, bro, we're trying, and you know everything's reciprocating. Everything like it's true what they say. What you put out, you get back. If you're putting out negativity, be sure it's coming back. If you if you steal something from someone, you might just steal like a £50 from someone. You think, yeah, boom, I got my £50. You might just go down the road and get a bloody clamp on your car. That £50's gone. It's gone back round. That's karma. That's karma. So, you know, just make sure you're putting out the right energy every day. Whoever, yeah, Teve, that's the South London coming back at me. you'll get it back. You'll get it back. I absolutely believe that, and I feel that my life's been a testimony to that. Right, let's not carry on with this coming like some Ellen show. What do they call it? What's them talk show? Some Oprah business. Let's not just try and turn this into no Oprah thing. But yeah, it's been great. I'm back, and I can't wait to get back to work. But you have to be patient, and everybody has to be on the right page, and then boom, straight back into what we love and what we do best. So yeah, Steve Harvey, man's turned into some Steve Harvey show. Outside off the canvas boxing. That's how I know you man miss me, because bro, you man ain't got you man don't want to go sleep. You man don't want to go sleep. I only read negative things about Tunde before I come across this channel. Oh yeah, let me read that again. I only read negative things about Tunde before I came across this channel. You're definitely appreciated, Tunde. Thank you very much, Gazi. I hear you, bro. Liam Courtney, proud of you. Yard and the whole team. God bless you always. God bless you. Yeah. Them after midnight Oprah shows. I'm telling you. Gary, if you don't want a man just telling you, done the thing now, done the thing. Come on. Gary's putting in bare things in the snap in the comments. He's like, big love to everyone in the chat. See you later. I want to go bed. So I've done it again. Even though Gary's not like that, because Gary is a workaholic like myself. But he's got a young daughter has just come into the world, and things you got to get up and go work tomorrow. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. It's been great being back and seeing you all and listening and answering questions and what have you. And next week, boom, watch along. Lee Woods v. Lara? That's going to be a big fight. That is going to be a blockbuster. I can't wait. And we got some good up and coming. Hold on, I think Adam Azim is fighting next week as well. Young prospect. I think he might even be prospect of the year. He's fighting. Can't wait to see Adam's progress. I don't hold no grudges on nobody. Everybody is following their own journey, but I've always known Adam as a special young man, and he's gonna go a long way. It's gonna take a good fighter to stop that boy's run. If you don't know his name already, you're gonna know about it soon, because he can really fight. And not only that, the ethics that has been installed in the young man from his father, Adam Azim Senior, is second to none. And down to diet, education, all of that the dad put into the young man, and he's a brilliant young man, and I wish him nothing but the best in his journey to greatness. Leah O, great show. Welcome back, Tunde. Good night. All too much energy. Leah, Spencer, he's gone. We wrapped him in pillow and everything. He's gone. Yeah, I see the essence of Nazim and Adam. Yeah, but he could be more well-rounded. I'll be honest with you. Naz had a unique style, but Adam has got the ability to do a lot. He's got the fundamentals. He's got flair. He's got charisma. With all those things Naz has, but I think the fundamental way of how Adam boxes, even though he's boxing with his left hand low, he's got the ability to bring that left hand up a little bit and box how he wants to. So it's good. It's good. We're all waiting. He's still young, still got to fight real people, tough challenges ahead, but he can do it. He can do it. Anyway, bro, I'll keep on chatting forever. I don't want to really bother you. Sunday today, Monday tomorrow, back to work. Ladies and gentlemen, let me end exactly how I started, with the words sending you off into the week. Dream it, believe it, become it. And let me say Spencer's dry old part. Come on now. Carry, Spencer with his dry old part. Come on down. Anyway, people, good night. God bless.